Welcome to Guitar News. Today is Friday, June 19th, 2020. I'm Lee Anderson. Very happy to be here with you today. These are parts of our hangouts for the Academy founding members and members of our Facebook group and just all of our community. We are spending some time hanging out from Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And on Friday, we kind of ease into the weekend a little bit with some guitar news. I'm going to head on over to the chat a little bit, see who we've got here. Let's pull the chat up for you before we get into the news today. There we go. So David's here, and Dean and Evan. Wonderful to have everybody in here today. Well, how's your week gone? That's some news, right? Let's hear how everything's going with your guitar playing and guitar practicing. Any breakthroughs? Anything that's going on? Also, we're going to talk a little about some cool stuff coming out from Fender. It's a really cool new album that I'm really interested in checking out. And we got 4 or 5 stories today. Not a big guitar news week. I have been working on more background tracks today, which was fun. Plus doing other work and everything. So let's see here. We've got, let's see. Kevin's here. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. And Evan says guitar's going better than work. That's good. Chris is here, but he can't chat. That's all right, man. Glad you're here, Chris. That's very happy that you're here. We're gonna wait a few minutes, get a few more folks in here before we start the news. I've been going through the 102 level today with a fine-tooth comb. Working on strumming, and the 102 levels is kind of a beginner strumming and how strumming breaks down, and been real happy to go through that and make some play-alongs for those. And as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, man, this is good for anybody. This isn't just good for beginners. Subdividing, and then we starts off with quarter notes and eighth notes, allergies, and then we move on to the eighths and the sixteenths, and it really depending on the tempo that you pick, it really gets really gets fun. So getting some ideas about rhythm, subdividing rhythms. Let's see who else we've got. We've got David working on my strumming. Evan says just watching an interview with Billy Cox, who played bass with Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, Billy Cox was the Band of Gypsies album, and others. He did a few other ones too. He was in the Experience at the end there as well. Dean's here. Hey, Dean. Thanks. I appreciate that. Everybody check like, subscribe if you're new. I know we have a really active chat here, but I also know that we get a few folks that are just watching and hanging out a little bit. So thank you for doing that, and please hit that like button and maybe even subscribe if you would like to. And David says that's what I'm working on, 102. Yeah, so I'm going through, I'm updating the sheets, and I'm adding new play-alongs, background tracks for each of those. Evan even hit the bell. That's right. That's right. It's good to see you. I hope everybody's doing good. Let's thanks to Chris. He got some cool new stuff together for us today, and I got one or two as well. So we're going to head on over and see some cool stuff here. Let's see. Okay. So the first thing we've got is Fender reimagines its iconic Stratocaster guitar into an electric ukulele. Fender's travel-friendly Fullerton series of ukuleles receives a makeover in the form of an iconic double cutaway Stratocaster guitar. Very cool. It's a fun 4-string instrument. It features the signature body shape and pickguard, sunburst finished in a very Fender 4-in-line headstock. Other details include a Fender designed preamp system, a no-tie bridge, and full nickel hardware. Head on over to Fender to discover the full specs for the Fender Fullerton ukulele. Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at what we got. So, got a couple. There's the back, right there. Very nice, man. Very cool. Looks like the vintage style tuners. It's got an active. You can see the active, the pickup there. Tuner. Pretty nice, man. I never got into ukulele on my own, but my daughter in school was playing it. We bought her one, and I really enjoyed playing that. It's not tuned the same, but it's set up the same in the fact that you can use the top 4 string shapes of a lot of your chords there. So let's see here. I was hoping that they'd say something about the preamp system. I'd like to hear what it sounds. Plug that bad boy into an amp and we'll see hear what it sounds. Let's head on back over to the chat. A Strat ukulele. It's adorable. It is. It's adorable. Where's the uke tremolo? Let's head on back over there. I hadn't. No tremolo. No. I guess this is along in the lines of like the Stratocaster and you know the teleacoustic, those there. Neat little guitar though, man. You know, when you can, yeah, it'd be a fun little travel guitar. It's so little, Kevin said. Yeah, I think they need a whammy bar on that. How is it tuned? Ukulele, let me I can't remember. I know it's tuned in like the top 4 strings of the guitar, but the bottom string of the ukulele is, I think, an octave up, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't played it in a while. Standard tuning is G, C, E, A. So it's like, let's see here. All right, let me see here. So G, C, E, A is like barring your first finger at the 5th fret on the top 4 strings. So here's your G, your C, your E, and your A across there. So you get your My Dog Has Fleas tuning. So you can get all of your D shapes, G shapes, C shapes. Oh, let's see. A minor shapes. So it's very... Oh, my stand fell over. Ukulele is very accessible to someone who's used to playing standard guitar. It's like putting a capo on the 5th fret of a guitar and just having the top 4 strings. It's pretty neat. Is it electric? Yes, it is electric. As you can see right there, we've got it looks just kind of like it's probably got a standard acoustic pickup under the saddle, piezo pickup, and then a tuner and a volume knob. It didn't look too much, so like it didn't look too fancy. So I'm guessing it's more of an acoustic type thing. which would go along with the sound of ukulele, although it looks like a Strat. Okay, so let's Evan says, so I can capo my guitar and play tips through the tulips. Yeah, Tiny Tim, right? I haven't thought about Tiny Tim in a long time. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I wish when my daughter was starting to play ukulele that was around. Maybe we would have bought that one. It would have been a lot more fun. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. And this is from Guitar World. And we've got here we go. Watch Bog Street's ultra ergonomic guitar picks get put to the test. Are these really the most comfortable guitar picks you'll ever hold? Paul and Alan find out on this episode of Cooking with Sound. Back in 2018, a new company called Bog Street burst on the scene with the Leap, an innovative three-sided pick that the company describes as the most comfortable guitar pick that you'll ever hold. Guitardom took note of the unusual looking pick and brought enough success to Bog Street that a couple months back, the company announced its intention to once again challenge the conventional guitar pick with a new line it called the Axe series. All this talk about these distinctive picks was enough to convince Guitar World's Paul and Alan to devote the last episode of Cooking with Sound to Bog Street and its wear. So let's take a look at it real quick, see if they have an image of that. And they don't. I don't know how much of videos I should be playing on here, but let me see if we can get a good look. Okay, I've seen it. It's kind of like 3 different type angled picks at the same time. Let's see if I can just find a little bit of where they're playing it. Well, I don't know. I've been reading up on this, how much of these other people's videos I should be. I think you can, with fair use, you can play a little bit of them. But let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to, let's see, let's play just a tiny bit. Let's see if I can find where he's actually playing it. Okay.
So you definitely heard that sort of percussive raspiness to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got some different different pick angles on there. Yeah, so we'll check that out sometime. Let's move on to the next one here. So, oh, this one's cool. What we have here is the custom Back to the Future bass guitar. Great Scott. This custom Back to the Future bass guitar rocks. Back to the Future is fittingly quite timeless. It's a perfect movie with an amazing premise. It also rocks. Not only does Marty bust out an amazing version of Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good, but the film features 2 of the best songs in the history of cinema. The theme, Alan Silvestri's theme, and Huey Lewis's Power of Love. We want to hear all 3 tracks performed with one of the coolest instruments ever. So let's take a look over here. Let's take a look at the bass here. So we have the flux capacitor. We have the the date setting time. That is awesome. So it's a DeLorean Spire. What is that? It's an Explorer? I don't remember. I probably just read it and just missed it. The year combined with flashing lights, lots of other features. Looks like it will travel through time. Played at 88 miles per hour. There you go. That's a better look at it. So you can actually change the year, push buttons for that, treble top and bass control bottoms. This is awesome. I wish they'd do a guitar as well. So we've got a fan, volume, treble, bass, battery connection, ignition style key switch. That is pretty cool, man. Donner Designs. That's awesome. Let's just play a little bit here. So you get the flux capacitor going. Pretty neat, man. What do you think? If you had a chance to grab yourself, don't feel too bad. They're working on their next charity guitar. They're making a double neck guitar bass combination inspired by the flamethrower guitar in Mad Max Fury Road. And this is from the Nerdist.com. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Marty, that's right. Super cool. Too bad. Maybe they'll do a guitar someday. I don't know. That's pretty neat. So let's keep moving here. I have one more guitar news. Was a little light today. There's one more that I wanted to get into today. And so, well, this is, I think, from Guitar. Let's see here. Guitar World. And this is John Petrucci announces his first solo album in 15 years. Terminal Velocity. Really great player. Not just in Dream Theater style, but lots of different styles. Really awesome player. He released his first solo album, Suspended Animation, back in 2005. And he's finally following it up. And he revealed the new record would be titled Terminal Velocity. It's going to be released in the fall. And so there's been a snippet of music on his Twitter page, and looks like this one's going to be full out. He says, it's just crazy. He said, I've said this before. I feel like I'm doing damage control the entire time I'm playing it. There's so many weird things about it. Time signatures and technical challenges and things. The concentration song, that one. So what do you guys think of John Petrucci? I'm a big fan of his. I used to go see Dream Theater play in Baltimore when I was growing up a lot. Really enjoyed watching them play. Reminded me of like Dixie Dregs, but like a really metal version of that. Really neat stuff. And so, yeah, I just enjoy his playing. It's not, that's his heavy stuff, but he plays all sorts of different things. So that's our guitar news for today. It's a little lighter than last week. A lot of other news, not a whole lot of guitar news this week. But what we're going to do is just hang out in the chat for a few minutes here. And I'm looking forward. I've got videos coming in for tomorrow for the newer students. And already have some coming already. I'm looking forward to getting to those early in the morning. And David says, holy moly, finally. That's right. Can't wait for the release. And his one and only solo is fantastic. I like most of this. I like his guitar. What is that? Is it to play his guitar once? I mean, his signature guitar. I think it's Ernie Ball, isn't it? Music Man. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think so. I think that's an Ernie Ball. Yeah, that headstock definitely looks like it to me. Yeah, neat stuff. So, how's Evan's here? How's your recording going? Haven't had a chance to check in on that yet this week. Interested on how that's going. And Gonna scroll back in the chat. I think I missed something back there. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Get a strap going here. Been working on something. I'll change the sound here. I figured we could write a song while we have some time here. Since the news is don't have a whole lot of news today, I've got a riff that I've been playing over and over again that I just was playing for you. And I thought maybe we could just work something out for this while we're here. So this is the idea. Let's see if I can get it better. There we go. So this idea of a power chord, this is like a low E power chord, but I take the root on the top and I add a whole step above that, so it's a 9. And then I take that 9th and slide up to the major 3rd. So it's going to be a major riff because we're going up to the major 3rd, but I wanted it to be a little different than just straight major. So one of the most common ways to make a major line a little more interesting is to use it as the Lydian mode. The Lydian mode is the 4th mode of the major scale. And we're in the key of E. So to make that Lydian, we have to pick a key that E is the 4th note of, and that'd be the key of B. D, C sharp, D sharp, E. So I've been messing around with it. I like that sound. There's the note right there. It's an A raised 1 fret. So I'm thinking, let's see. Let's see here. Let's try that real quick. I don't know. That's a little faster than I was thinking about playing it. But that's a little riff that I'm working on. Any ideas? Since you guys have now heard it, what you think? Evan says he hasn't done much recording in the past few days. He's had a lot going on. Yeah, we've had, it's been a very busy last couple days. One and only soul is fantastic. I haven't done much recording past couple days, but I'm like going on. David says, sounds awesome. Thank you. I'm working on it. I'm thinking about pulling out all my old drum plugins and maybe doing something for some more always go fast. Yeah, maybe doing something for the podcast, like some background music or something like that, using that there. Something I've been doing. Well, let's see here. That is all that I had for today. And the chat's kind of slow, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today. But if I'm gonna check the Facebook group, see how Evan's, if you put anything else up that I've missed over the past few days. I've got some really cool videos already up for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning is going to be the new group of students, and then on Saturday will be doing the founding members, and looking forward to that. And thanks guys for hanging out with me today. I'm just going to call it early. Didn't have a whole lot going on. But I appreciate you guys being here, and I look forward to seeing your videos tomorrow. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.